Okay, so I have spent the last 48 hours, no, longer than that, several days figuring out how to get my classes into Teams, and then more importantly, or at least more importantly to this video, um, uploading videos to Microsoft Stream and getting those to show up in my Teams. So if, just to kind of show you what it looks like, if I go to my content and I click on videos, you can see a few of the videos that I've uploaded for my students. But then if I go to my Teams, you can kind of see if I click on one of my classes, you can see here that the videos that I do for those classes just kind of show up for the students right here under this tab. So what I wanted to do is just kind of show everybody how to do that. And kind of integrate the videos from Stream into the classes that you have in Teams. Because it took me a little while to figure it out, and it was a little funky in times, and so maybe just doing the whole thing might help. First things first, I am using a program called OBS, which is a free video recording software. I have it on my desktop, and I have an external microphone. I also have a webcam, which I'm not turning on right now, that puts my picture down in the corner. I could do another video on how to use that. It's pretty simple. I really love it. It's used a lot by a lot of different people in a lot of different situations. So it's really great stuff, especially for free, right? Gotta love that. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna create a new team. So we'll click there, click team, make a new class. We'll call it demo class. And it's gonna create the team. And then I won't add any students to it. I'll just add, whoops, actually got to be in there to, okay, and there we go. Add them, and then hit close. So now I've got this new demo class here, and you can see kind of everything exactly the way you might expect it. Not sure why I have two wikis. That's interesting. Whatever. And you can see that it looks a little different than, say, one of my other classes where it has this demo videos tab, where any instructional videos I have will show up automatically for the students. And this is what I really like. I like it when I can create something, and all I have to do is upload it, and it will automatically show it for the students whenever they log into Teams. So that's kind of our goal here. So once you've created the class and you've got all your students in there and everything like that, the next thing that you need to do is go into Stream. So if you go into Stream, this is what you'll see on the home. And then you can go to My Content, and you'll see videos. That's easy, and I can click there, and then there's the videos that I've got. And then you've got groups and channels. So I'm going to go to Groups really quickly, and you'll see that each of these groups are the teams that I have. So you'll see all the teams that I've got, and here's my demo class team. I don't know why they call them groups, why they don't call them teams, or just, you know, classes or whatever. I'm not quite sure why they don't use the same vocabulary, but that was kind of confusing me at first as I was trying to figure this out. The first time was the fact that the group is a team, and so that was a little annoying. So I can click here and I can take a look at the videos that I've posted for this class, and I can also go to channels, or I can say videos. There's the two videos. I can go to channels, and then you'll see there's a channel here. So if I go back to my groups and I go to my demo class, you'll notice there's no highlights, no videos, and no channels. So this is what you need to do. You have to create a channel for every class that you have. That's how Stream integrates the videos into Teams. So I go here and I can go to my highlights, I can go to my channels, and it just disappeared here. So I go back to the first slide here, and I'm going to click create a channel. And I'll call this demo class videos, or a demo class channel. That's probably better. If you look at my teams, you'll notice that what I did, well, actually I'll show you in Stream here. So we'll just create this. This is a group channel, and we click create. So now, it might take a second here, but if I go back to channels, now I have a demo class channel. if I go back to my groups and I go to one of my other classes, you'll notice I named it Advanced Photo Independent. That's my independent studies. Or I can go to my advanced photography class, and then here my channel, it's advanced photography period 2. I probably should name it advanced photo period 2 channel, just so that I know which one's a channel versus which one's a group. But I've already done this, and so I don't, I'm not going to worry about changing it right now, but I might recommend that now that I've done that for a day or so. I'd kind of recommend actually having it as a slightly different name. I named my channels exactly the same as I named my groups, and it has gotten a little confusing. So saying here demo class channel versus advanced photo independent or advanced photo period 2 or my media arts classes, those are all channels, and then the groups that they're in are underneath right here. So now what I can do is I can now upload. Well, before I upload a video, I can go back to Teams and I can add that channel to the team view here. So I've got all these tabs up across the top. What I'll do is I'll hit the plus, and then you have a series of apps that you can add, which is kind of cool. You can add your OneNote, PDFs, all sorts of stuff. What's important for now is I can add the stream. So I can hit stream, and then I will just type in the name of my channel, and it's going to pop up in the search. I'm going to click that, and you'll know you've got it. You know you've got it if you have two things here. So this little black indicator with a little circle in it is the indicator for channel, and then the indicator for the class or the team is this little orangey yellow square. If you don't have both of those, then that means your channels and your groups aren't linked together. And if they're not linked together, then this tab won't work. So I click on that, and then I'm going to tab name. What I'll do is I'll probably call it Demo Class Videos. Just like that. And then post to this channel about this tab. You want that turned on so that when you add videos, it will post to the channel that you've added a video, so that when your students log in, they can see whatever instructional video or lab video or anything that you might have created and post for them. So I'm going to click Save. It's going to set up the tab, and then you can see the tab is here. You can see I've got the channel, and you can have multiple channels per group. So I could do a channel that's just how-to videos, and I could do another channel that's fun videos, and another one that might be lab videos or procedures or homework or whatever. It doesn't matter. You could have a whole bunch of channels, and then the videos would kind of come in under that channel. So now I'm ready to upload a video. So I have some videos here that I've been creating. One of them is really small. It's installing Teams. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go into stream. I'm going to click the upload button, and then I can just take my installing Teams video and I can just drag it in there. You can also click browse, and it would take you to your desktop or wherever. So once I do that, now this is going to come up, and I'm just going to rename this demo video, just so that it doesn't get confused with the other one that I uploaded beforehand. And then what I can do is go down here, and this is where things can get a little weird. So under your permissions, there's a couple of important things. Now first, under your details, give it a good name. You can create a little description so people can see it. Hashtags if you want it to be searchable a little easier, maybe. Lab video, instructional video, whatever. I don't know. I'm not getting into that too much. All I care about is whether or not my students see it in their teams. So then you go here to your permissions, and this has worked some of the times, and some of the time it hasn't. So it will be an interesting experiment to see if it actually works. First off, I'm going to uncheck this because I don't want everybody in Penfield to see this video in their list of videos. If you do, then fine, keep it checked. Then you can search for your groups. Now this is where it gets a little strange. If I just search for my group and I say demo videos or demo class, I can do this, but what's going to happen is if I hit publish this way, it's actually not going to show up in the channel. And this was what was really throwing me a little bit when I first started to do it. You don't need, or you don't really want, to share it with the group, you need to post it to the channel. And so again, this was a little bit of a learning curve for me. So here, I'm going to have the channel, and notice the class comes up anyway. So you can see it says the channel, and then the demo class comes up with a little orangey rectangle with a lock on it. So that's kind of cool. If you post it to the channel, it also posts it to the group anyway. So you just want to post it to the channel. You don't want to only post it to the group. If you only post it to the group, then it doesn't show up in Teams. So once we've got that, I'll click options, and then you can like turn off comments, that sort of a thing, whatever. And again, I think that's really kind of your preference. And I would probably turn off comments myself, just because if they have questions, I'd prefer they do it in Teams. And I think that would probably help a lot. So there's my permissions. Now, here's what's weird. I've done this before. I've clicked publish, and then I go to Teams, and it doesn't show up. And I've been confused. And then I go and I look at the permissions, and this doesn't always save. So that's the first little tip in this part for you too, is this doesn't always work. It doesn't always save. So I'm going to hit publish, and it's going to save it. And you can upload completed. You can go to my videos. You don't want to move away from this, by the way, until the upload is at 100% and it says upload completed. If you do that before, you're probably going to wreck the upload for the videos, just so that you know. So I'm going to head back to my videos, and there's my demo video, and it's processing. Now, I don't think it's going to show up in the Teams until it's done the processing portion. And what that is it's basically taking whatever video format you have, it's recompressing it into a streamable content. Technically, I don't know exactly what kind of container they're using for the video, but they're just making it universal so that you can look at it with a cell phone, a Macintosh, a Windows machine, Android, iPhone, whatever. It becomes kind of universal, and that's all on their server that way. So it does all the numbers crunching and the data crunching on Microsoft's thing. So let me just click posts. There's no post here, and then click again, and see there's still no video. If I go back to stream, it's still processing, and it does take a while to process sometimes. In my experience, what usually happens is it just goes from 0 to 100 and doesn't always show me everything in between. I don't know if that's just because of the high volume of people that are using Stream right now, or what. I honestly don't know. What's kind of cool is if you take a look at the videos that I'm seeing right now, just kind of as an additional thing, I can see that 18 of my students have viewed this one, 4 people have viewed that one, 1 person viewed that one, which is actually okay because I sent that one out initially before we got on the Teams, and 9 people have viewed this one. So I'm going to just, if I refresh this, let's see if it's going to. So yeah, processing is still at 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this demo here really quickly, and we'll come back once the processing has completed, and I'll show you a couple of things. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's take a look at our sharing. So right now, if I click on the video, you could watch it to see what it looks like and just test it. But then I could also go here, and it says limited, and you can share it with a link, okay? But you shouldn't need to do that unless you want to send it to somebody outside the system. But also, if I click here and I go to linked groups and channels, let's just see. So in this case, it has been linked to the channel that I thought it was. If that's not working, you can update the video details, and you can re-add the permissions. You can re-add the channel here if you ever need to do that. So I could put it in one of my media arts classes, right, or something along those lines. And it's great because I can share it with multiple classes all at once too, which is also really kind of nice. So there is some benefit to the way that this kind of works, and the way it just shares it automatically is also really kind of cool. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like to the students, but once it's uploaded, it should send them a notification. It doesn't to me, as the owner of the team and as the owner of the video. It doesn't do that, but I think it does for them. I could be wrong about that. Just go back to videos. So yeah, so at this point, I am going to pause it. Let's just kind of wait and see what happens when the processing is done. And then I'll go over just a couple other quick things. But that's essentially it. Okay, well, it finally finished. It finally finished compressing that video, and I lost track of how long it took. Probably almost an hour. I've uploaded a few of these, and they didn't take nearly that long, so it's probably just the time of day. That, or a lot more people are using it. So anyway, so if I go here and I hit the edit button here under the pencil, you should see the the groups and the channels are all there. And if I go to Teams, I should be able to see. Let me get out of this team and then back into the demo class and click that again, and the channel could not be found. Well, that's interesting. Let's try this again here. Gotta love it. Boom. Add the stream. And this is why it gets kind of crazy sometimes. So my demo class, any channels? There's no channels. I don't know how that happened. Let's try this again. Demo class channel. Create. Now there's a demo class channel. Let's go back to my video. Let's edit my video, and you can see it's got a group in here, but no channels are listed. So I'm going to kill that for a second. Get my demo class there. Apply that to the video. So now I can go back to Teams, and let's add the stream. There we go. So you had a little review here. And there you go. Boom. And the video shows up. And as I were to add more videos to that, that would continue to show up again and again and again. And just like the others, and you'd have a whole list of videos in the class here. And every time the students would come to the channel, they have the list of the classes. They can click on that video, and it would launch stream, and then they could watch it. They can full screen it. They can do whatever they want. They can watch it on their iPhones, their Androids, their Macs, PCs. It doesn't matter. It's completely compatible for all the different computers and outputs that the students might have. So it does make it nice and easy. Hopefully this has helped you out. Hope you're all healthy and safe, and hopefully I'll see you again sometime soon.